Bonjour à tous, mon nom est Ekaterina et aujourd'hui ça va être un peu spécial. Toute la vidéo ne sera pas en français mais juste l'introduction. Juste assez de temps pour vous parler de ma conférence qui aura lieu le 22 octobre à Paris, en fait plus précisément à 20h au Théâtre du Gouvernail, passage de Thionville, Paris, France. Moi qui ne connais pas très bien Paris, je dois regarder sur mon GPS comment m'y rendre, mais j'ai très hâte de vous voir. Je n'ai jamais fait de conférence à Paris spécifiquement. Et voilà, donc je vais parler en français, c'est pas un problème pour moi, je vais vous apprendre énormément de trucs, que ce soit les miens ou des trucs que j'ai adaptés, que j'adore. Comme vous le savez, j'ai fait plus de 126 avis sur YouTube sur la magie, donc j'espère partager le plus possible. J'attends de vous voir en grand nombre, mais en même temps, il y a juste une capacité de 30 personnes. Donc, soyez très rapide, c'est seulement 20 € pour avoir accès à ma conférence de magie. Donc, j'ai très hâte de vous voir et de vous rencontrer en personne. And now it's time to switch back to English. I hope you were okay reading the subtitles. I don't know what you think of my accent. Today is a magic product review and we're looking at 2 items. The reason I regrouped these 2 items in one video is that there is one common point with those effects, is that one, I have a lot of respect for the creators and I think the effect is great. 2, I will not be performing this effect. So that's what regroups these 2 items. Let's start with Drags by Cody. Cody sent this to me directly, but now it's available on Illusionist on their Magic Stream option. And what's cool about this is that you make 4 queens visually vanish. Now in my video I used the aces because the deck of cards was not really well designed to show the queens. And it's going to require some practice. I mean, I've had this item on my list to review for at least, I would say, 2 months now. I really took some time to master the slides, and I would say that I'm not comfortable till now to perform this live. And when I first saw it, it's a very short download explaining how this works. When I first saw it, I contacted Cody and I'm like, Cody, do you actually perform this live? Can you pull it off? It's very sensitive. One little misalignment of the cards and you can see how this thing is done. And Cody reassured me and he said, no, I am performing this live. Eric Jones is performing this live, so it can be performed live. But obviously there's a lot of practice to put into this effect. So it's available, I'll link below. I think visually it's a really amazing effect and it really forced me to go back and practice some slides, which I haven't done in a while. Like I really try to focus on practicing cardistry, but not these type of slides specifically. So I will forget this shortly though. I don't think it's something I'll practice again. I wanted to get to a decent, I guess, speed and not flash too much for the camera when I performed it, but other than this, I mean, I made an effort, but it's not something I'll be performing live. I don't want so much stress performing live. Yeah, you have to be quite good for this. So props to Cody. It's an amazing visual eye candy, but not for me to perform live personally. This transitions us to Bliss, and that is an effect where you take a bill. The bill gets signed, and then that same bill appears in the Sharpie that was used to sign the bill. Now, I think the first question you're wondering is how much does this effect cost? And it has quite a price tag. Let's take a look.
No. Unfurl that, see if it looks familiar.
Oh my god, no way!
The gimmick effortlessly vanishes, loads and locks the bill. It does all the work, but you take all the credit.
Bliss by Noel Qualter. I hope I'm saying the name correctly. $150 US. This was sent to me by Murphy's Magic, available through any Murphy's Magic dealer. I mean, my thing with Murphy's is that they just send me random stuff. I don't choose right now what they're sending me, and I'm thinking maybe I should be choosing because I would not pick this up, and there's a few reasons. And I know Noel was pretty open about what the precision made gimmick looks like. So because it's already half been shown, I mean, I'll hide the real mechanism, but this is how big this is, and this is what you have to conceal on your belt with a jacket on top. So there are some restrictions in terms of what you wear, and because there's a real system, you will hear that. Again, if you're working in a normal environment where there's music, that should not be a problem. So I'm not too concerned with that. Brilliantly made, definitely precision made. I mean, everything fits perfectly, real, just tight enough and snappy enough. No worries there. Sharpie you get. This could be paper or plastic, as long as you can roll it this small. You'll have to practice to roll it this small. See, I have a $1 here, and then you do have to sort of vandalize the bill because you have to get it signed. Alternatively, maybe instead of getting it signed, you can have someone note what are some of the numbers of the serial number in the event you don't want it to be signed. Really, really well made. The only issue that I had practicing this is that when you're at the point where you just push it in like this with the precision made gimmick, you really need to apply, I'll show you here, some significant pressure for that to lock, at least with the first lock here, because there's still a little gap here, and that little gap is just enough for you to be able to still open the Sharpie here. Everything is out of focus, guys, so the Sharpie, no ink, no worries. And then you have to, you'll have to, from here, once it gets to the first step, you have to rock it back and forth to get it to open. And now I'm a girl, so I have, there you go. So for me, it looks a little bit awkward because I'm actually struggling with opening a Sharpie. But that's an awesome reveal, and definitely a vanish of an object to an impossible location, which is a Sharpie. I love the effect in itself. I think it's really well performed when he does it. I personally don't always wear a jacket, so I can't really hide the precision made gimmick, but I really can appreciate the build and how everything works together. I think it's still quite a bit expensive. I mean, $150 US, and it's quite bulky on your belt. I would say get this if you really, really love the effect. If the effect is worth for you $150, you're not going to be disappointed with what you receive. Going to take you a bit of practice. Again, there's a few reasons I'm not going to perform this, and it's not really the same reasons as drags, because drags is just a lot of practice and there's high possibility of flashing. Here, there's still quite a bit of practice, I would say, but it's just the fact that I'm not very strong to open up a Sharpie, and it's quite bulky on my belt. Those are the reasons for me that make it an effect that I cannot perform. But it doesn't mean you cannot have it, so you can comment below, and I'll choose a random comment and I'll send this to you, and I think you're going to have a lot of fun. In fact, you know what? I'm going to keep the $1 inside there, and so you get even $1 to perform this. Okay? Comment below. One lucky random comment will win this effect. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you very soon.
To believe you gotta let go. Light as a feather, light as a feather. Lucid dreaming over Tokyo.